Greetings everyone, Nationbird here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So we are back with the final part, hopefully. But we'll see. I shouldn't say the final part just yet, but we should hopefully be in the final stretch of the Super Star Wars trilogy. I'm actually looking forward to this because this is a fantastic game. Return of the Jedi in particular is one of my personal favourites. But yes, we are now doing the speeder bike sequence. So we'll play as Luke. It doesn't matter who you play as here because you're on the back of a speeder bike. And this is actually quite a challenging stage. Far more challenging than you would think. You're going to take out 15 scout troopers. And obviously, you can sort of bash into them so they'll collide with things. And every now and again, you'll get one that you just, for whatever reason, you can't destroy. It's really weird. It makes no sense. Like that one, we managed to get him, and I missed that heart because depth perception in this stage is just a myth. What I tend to find is a really good method if you're able to do it, and I'm going to die on this stage because it's a surprisingly challenging stage. If you can get above them, nope, never mind. If you can get above the scout troopers as they're coming along and sort of just land on top of them, you will take them out pretty consistently. I say that. Unless they decide for whatever reason they're going to be invincible. Oh, okay. See, I didn't hit that tree. I feel like I should have hit that tree. And this one I feel is, for whatever reason. Occasionally they will turn around and come back towards you. But for whatever reason, he just decided he wasn't going to play ball with me and not. But yeah, if you can kind of be on top of them, then taking them out, it just feels so much easier. This is one of those stages where the game struggles. See, there you go. That's ideally what we're looking to do. We're looking to just push them down into the ground, and eventually they'll sort of hopefully die. I'll tell you what, this music's actually pretty good. I might have to put this up for VGM Wednesday on Mastodon. It's just a bit of a fun bit of music, isn't it? Right. There we go. Because yeah, I get the idea that what they want you to do. I mean, it's a bit of a mixture of things. They want you to obviously bash into these scout troopers. I don't even think I saw him like blow up. I just think he just disappeared into the ground. But yeah, as I said, depth perception in this stage is just really janky. Oh, come on. Yes. Excellent. So now that we've taken out all these troopers... Oh, okay. I must have missed it. Usually there's a sound that plays, like the war horns of the Ewoks. So the Empire is approaching. We need your help to stop them. Yes, Wicket, we need your help. And this is one of the things I always loved about this game. The fact that you get to play as Wicket, of all characters. Why do we get to play as Wicket? Now, Wicket is kind of fun as a character. Obviously, he has his bow and arrow. The amount of damage he seems to do with his bow and arrow is huge. Like, you'll see when I get to the boss, you'll see what I mean. But what we can also do is arrows that like stick into walls and stuff we can actually kind of bounce off. Pretty cool. But yeah, we are currently in Ewok Village. I think you might have noticed, I think it said Ewok Village A. Yes, there are actually 2 Ewok stages. Oh, come on. And the fauna in this game really... Oh, crud. I messed up that jump really bad. I messed up so badly. There's usually another platform up there, so I'm a bit confused. Oh well. We'll take up this little lift. And yeah, there's... Oh, you know what? We'll have to go back this way. I wonder if I hit a sprite limit or something. Stop the elevator from, like, spawning in. Just doing so badly. Oh my god. I'm going to chalk up to the Let's Play curse here a little bit. Yeah, see? So that one didn't spawn in last time. Not quite sure why, but I'll let it slide. Before I go this way, I need some health. Come on. Oh. Oh, you absolute sod. Okay, do you know what? Heck it. Now, unlike other characters who can run and shoot at the same time, Wicket can't. He needs to stand still to shoot arrows at things. But you'll notice, I'm absolutely wrecking this boss. He says, "Come on, come on, come on!" Yes, the price I survived. I shouldn't have survived. Ooh. Okay, I think I had to go to the end of the screen there for it to actually count as a level ending. But yes, Ewok Village B now. So yeah, for whatever reason, the arrows just do a ridiculous amount of damage, and oh crap, I almost forgot about this section. I think I covered like about, particularly this game, is it's just really sort of inventive with like some of its enemies. I mean, some of these enemies we did encounter when we were in Tatooine, a really hostile part of Tatooine, because, you know, the Dune Sea only had like the crabs and the worms and the womp rats. Nothing to the womp rats, I miss the womp rats. Anyway. No, we get to deal with dinosaurs and all kinds of things. Dinosaurs that turn invisible, and little pots that spawn frogs, and giant freaking snakes. Like, if you didn't think that the forest moon of Endor was a dangerous place, then, you know, that's proof enough as it is. Ooh, hello. And then these giant ants, which actually, I take down this giant ant because when he died, he drops a buttload of hearts, and I wish I could grab them all, but never mind. Ah, watch out. You know what, never mind, bye. See ya. Oh my word, that was not good. That was dangerous. Don't do that again. Now, something you would have probably, if you watched Empire Strikes Back, you'll notice that this game is a bit more generous on the fact that enemies, particularly like anything that's metallic, any of the metal enemies that I destroy don't shed shards everywhere that end up doing damage to you. Because this game is not rude. It's actually very polite. I appreciate it. Yeah, what I will say about this game in particular is this kind of takes everything that was good about Empire and kind of makes it better, in my opinion. This is by far the best of the Star Wars, the Super Star Wars games. Only because it is probably the most balanced and fair, while still being like reasonably challenging. Yeah, don't ask me what this is. It's I've just got to take. I'm guessing it's working for the Empire. I don't really know. You can also breathe fire at you. I just want to get some distance between me and it. So yeah, there we go. It can breathe fire. Why the heck not? Leia, I must face Vader. But why? You can't. But why must you confront him? He is evil. He is my father. I can feel the good in him. I must try to turn him away from the dark side. If I fail, you are the only hope for the Alliance. You are my sister. In time, you will learn. you will learn to use the Force as I have. Yes, and she will fly through space. Oh, Last Jedi was weird. But yeah, now actually no. I was gonna say this was. We're gonna have one more stage where we actually get to pick between multiple characters, and after that, it's we're basically forced to play as whether the level curve requires us to play as. Oh Jesus! I just electrocuted myself. Right, this is a bizarre stage. For lots of different reasons. But because like you're trying to get on top of like these landing platforms, but I mean you could go across like the bottom level of, at least I feel like you can get across the bottom of this level and be absolutely fine. Like this is another one of those stages, kind of a bit like the Tatooine stage that we did earlier on. The previous part, the second episode of this game is another level that's got a weird amount of like verticality to it, where a lot of like the pathing is quite, it's all down to sort of your preference on which route you take. Now I tend to take the upper route, and I don't really know why. But we're going to drop down here. I would have stayed up on that upper route for a bit longer. What stupid dinosaurs. Oh, I can't quite remember if it's coming up here would be. I mean, there's a part later on where there's an elevator that literally just takes you up to where the boss is. Because I haven't actually been to this part of the level. If I have, it's been such a long time. So this game is. Some of the levels are really bizarre, but I just really like this game. Oh, okay, so I think I could be very wrong. There should be a platform that lowers down. Unless I'm totally wrong. It very well might be. I might have to go up actually. Really frustrating. Get that on top of here. Get through. Oh, hey, little droid. Out my way. Yeah, we're gonna go up this way. No, oh god, this is going badly. Oh, never mind. Platform. Oh, come on. Yeah, Luke, I feel the same as you, just ultimately very confused. You see, here's the problem. This just puts me back here. I don't want to be here. I need to be here. This is where I need to be. Right this up. Yes, I can. Good. There'll be another platform that will come flying by. I say flying by. Oh. No. Ooh, that was close. That could have ended badly. So yeah, we want to be up this way. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That was a bad idea. Never mind. We're good. We're fine. We want to be up here. Absolutely, 100%. Actually, I am going to... Let's switch my force power over to Vanish. The reason why we're opting for Vanish here is being invincible is really useful for this boss. Because the boss is this landing shuttle, which will spawn these enemies, which we encountered them in Empire Strikes Back, but we just need to swing at the flashing red light. Boom. Oh my word. But yes, well, look how busy and knee and numb. I'm always knee and numb, but come out of hyperspace ready to attack the new Death Star. We've got to give Han, Chewie and Leia more time. No, we got to give Han more time. I remember that line. It's ingrained in the back of my mind because I played Rebel Strike. And the multiplayer version of Rogue Leader, for whatever reason, he just keeps saying that line. We get a fun little turret section. Now, unlike other turret sections that we've done in this game, or like any other like Millennium Falcon based thing, we don't actually have like a radar for the ties, so we just have to kind of pray. The best way to put it, you just gotta hope. You gotta hope that as you're turning, you can see them in the darkness. We do have a shield we can activate, so if bullets are coming towards us, I say bullets, lasers, we can press Y, I think it is, and you'll notice that we go slightly blue, which means that we've got our deflector shield up. Though this stage, regardless of what difficulty you're playing it on, is not terribly difficult. Because take out this last time, there we go, we're done. Han, Chewie and Leia enter the shield journey on Endor through a secret entrance. You enter through the front door, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, and we're going to play as Han for this one. Mostly because he's actually really good against the boss. Leia, unfortunately, as in her rebel outfit, doesn't get any special abilities. She's actually like the worst character to play as for this stage, because this is probably the hardest standard stage in the game. And hey, we get stormtroopers all the way back from A New Hope. We get the same kind of stormtroopers from there. But we need to make sure we grab all of our, well, we don't need all the blaster power-ups, but it will certainly help us get through the stage. Because once we reach the boss, using Han, we'll have a relatively easy time with it. Let's just blow you guys up. You guys up. Just using that to farm some health. Because health can be a bit of a premium at times. See, unlike previous games where the flame one-hit killed these stormtroopers, nah, we're not having any of that stuff, son. Let's just shoot. This is probably one of the more annoying parts of this level. It's just the fact that the those oh, hello, there's Seeker. I don't particularly care for Seeker right now. You'll understand why in a moment. Just bullets. So anyway, we're going to come up this way. That weird sort of that sort of weird electrocution pose always used to make me laugh. It used to make me think of, like, I don't know. We come up here. We've got a nice little area here where, boom, okay, there's Seeker. So now we've got to be a bit careful with how we take out some of these blocks, because we kind of want to make a staircase a little bit. Let's just do this. And again, we want to count. There's a couple of lives there, and unfortunately there's some lives there which we're not really going to be able to get. And now for Chewie, we can spin to get those. But you can see right here, there's another blaster power up there, so I'd be able to get all the way up to plasma just from this checkpoint alone. Which is super handy. Even plasma doesn't take out these guys and win it. What's up with that? Jeez, I remember when plasma was good. Doesn't matter, I've got enough health to kind of see me through. And this is probably the hardest part of this stage coming up. Where we have a series of like platforms that rotate around. I just remember the platforming as a child being challenging. And maybe there was a lack of patience on my part. I really don't know. But hopefully we'll just sort of blast our way past him. Oh. Come on. Yeah, the game has to literally tell you where to go via, like, magical arrows. And we get these guys. Now, these guys are kind of cool enemies. Now, these guys appear in Return of the Jedi, I think. Or they definitely appear somewhere in the films. And I'm pretty sure you just see, like, one of these guys in this sort of uniform at, like, a console somewhere. It's just really cool. He's a cool looking dude. He has a cool looking laser. We get to here, the game tells me to drop down. Because that's the logical thing to do, to drop down and follow this platform round, and then we jump over to here. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I mean, admittedly, if I died there, that would have been totally my own fault. Not because that particular platforming was challenging. Admittedly, I'm totally just like letting myself soak up damage, and I really need to stop doing that. And the annoying thing is, oh, sure. Christ almighty. Yeah, health swords are great and all, but when you don't have like a huge amount of health, increasing your maximum health doesn't like benefit me here. Right, game, be generous to me and just spawn me a bunch of like these dudes that I can just sort of run through and just, you know what? Well, that shield didn't last long, did it? Right, we just have to go for it. When we get to this section here, massive green old laser. The massive green old laser will make sense later on. Yep. Large health. Annoyingly, it would be so useful if there was like some stormtroopers that I could like get health from here, but there aren't any. Right. We just need to sort of blast our way through here. A little bit frustrating, but... And then you'll see some platforms there. That's where I need to be, because this is where the boss is. And it shoots a giant green laser at us. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to yeet some grenades at it if I can... Never mind. All my grenades missed, basically. But it's fine, we destroyed it. That's it. Hana's actually really good for this boss because those grenades do ridiculous amount of damage. I should have been on the previous platforms. The deflector shield explodes, leaving the Death Star unprotected. Now we're Luke inside the Death Star. Basically, this is kind of the rest of the game. It's going to be Luke inside the Death Star. Basically, the rest of this, with a few stages in the Millennium Falcon. I think I only died on like the Rancor pit and the speeder bikes so far. Oh. Now, I do need to be a little bit careful here because there is a way that you can accidentally get yourself stuck, and I had to, when I was playing this on Jedi, I got myself stuck and had to restart the entire game, which, you know, it's not so bad because this game is just fun to play, but it was annoying at the time, as you can imagine. I'm messing this up entirely, so let's Jesus Christ, I think that's the most amount of health I've ever seen Luke have in any of these games. That's not true. When I play, sometimes when I played A New Hope on the Mos Eisley stage, I used to make it a thing to try and get a completely full health bar. I'm just gonna come up here. Oh, more health swords. Get that force power, it's always nice. And I think there's like 2 extra lives on this stage. So again, I said this game's a bit harsh on extra lives. It kind of is and it isn't. It's weird. At times I find it quite challenging with the extra lives. Other times it's like, you know what? Here's the stage where we're going to give you a buttload of them. Especially that, it's so useful in the shield generator one that you get so many extra lives. So admittedly, once you get past that checkpoint, then you're not really going to want to go through those checkpoints again. Like, you're not want, if you manage to get towards the end, you're not going to want to go from the halfway point ever again. Oh, hello. Usually there's 2 of these guys. Huh. That's funny. I feel like I tricked the game. Not quite sure how that happened, but... Right. Shield generators down, Lando comes in. Me and Ummm attack the Death Star in the Millennium Falcon. So, it wouldn't be a Star Wars, a Super Star Wars game without a level like this. Graciously, this one is nowhere near as bad as the Cloud Car one, mostly because it at least doesn't feel like it's constantly chugging, and I don't know, this one just works a little bit better. And also health won't disappear at the bottom of the screen. You can at least have arts. Even if the depth perception is, you know, as always, the depth perception is just ever so slightly off. I don't find, yeah, this one's nowhere near as harsh. For whatever reason, the TIE Interceptors don't pose as much of a threat as the Cloud Cars did. So whatever the heck whatever Lando, like, funded those cars with. Alright. So there we go. Done. Nice and easy. Oh, welcome, young Skywalker. Been expecting you. Looking forward to completing your training. In time you'll be calling me Master. You're wrong. You won't convert me as you did my father. Ha ha ha. Interestingly, even though we had that scene with the Emperor, we're actually not there with the Emperor just yet. We've got a nice, lovely stage where we get to ascend a tower. I mean, one of the things I always found really cool is you can damage the bridge, and I just really like that. I thought it was a really cool like aesthetic thing. Doesn't do anything. It's just one of those things that, you know, as you're swinging your lightsaber around, you're damaging the environment, and it's cool. It's how you would expect like a lightsaber to react in an environment like this. Right. Got 18 lives. That's nice. Because I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. This game is relatively... It's a pretty cozy ride in my opinion. At least for me it is. I've been playing this game for years. But the last level... oh my word, the last level is... it took me about 20 years to beat. 20? No. 15. About 15. Yeah, I don't remember when I beat it. It was probably when I was about 18, so... Okay, probably closer to, like, 14... 12, 14 years. I can't quite remember. It took me years to beat it. And even if you have, like, the, even if you use passwords to get there... I don't know why I never just use the passwords and just, like... I think I would give it a couple of tries and I would just give up because it's very frustrating. It's a different kind of challenging which I just couldn't deal with at the time. Oh, you sod. But we'll get to it, and I'm gonna make it look so... I'm annoyed because I hate making games look easy. But I'm gonna make this the last stage of this game look so easy. I feel. I mean, this year alone, I had, you know, this is actually the third time I'm gonna be playing this game through to completion because I did it once on Jedi. I was gonna do a run like this on this difficulty for the for Brave, so I can kind of knock off the ritual achievements for it. And this is already mastered. I've already mastered this game. I was going to do it on a video, but because I was experiencing problems with the recordings, I didn't want to gamble it. I didn't want to get because. Oh, I did really badly against that guy. But yeah, then we get to fight one of the Emperor guards, and there we go. That's relatively straightforward. So, tower entrance of Vader. So yes, this is the Vader fight for this game, and I mean, obviously Vader not being the final boss, he's a little bit easier than previously. Oh, I should have spoiled that. But the Emperor's right, they'll be laughing because this is. We can't cheese him in the same way. I will say that we're going to cheese him in a slightly different way. So boom, come on. So Vader's going to come out of here. We're going to block, and basically we'll run up to him, block, and and when you let go of block, you will do a little like weak little slash, but you'll notice that we're actually doing like decent damage to him each time we hit him. I'm playing a bit too aggressively. You know what? Let's go full aggression. Yeah, it's just, you know, Vanish certainly does make this fight easier because he's just a bit soft. Good. You're indeed powerful. Now finish him and take your place. Take your father's place at my side. No, I'll never turn to the dark side. I'm a Jedi. Let my father before me. So be it, Jedi. You will not be turned, you will be destroyed. The Emperor, on the other hand, is actually quite a challenging boss. Unless we decide to cheese him. So, the Emperor will kind of fly around and... I'm going to put a heal just so I've got a heal. And he will just like zap you with electricity. So what we want to do is we want to get him... Now, this is where it gets a little bit challenging. What we need is we need him to... Hang on. Move. Maybe that will help. Ah, excellent. The problem is we're fighting this boss. You'll notice that the platforms are slowly disappearing. However, if we come here, we come to this corner. Now he's now. Oh, this is where this actually becomes very challenging, because what you want him to do is you want him to drop down next to you. When he does, come on, Emperor. Here we go. He'll do the, he'll try to shoot lightning to his side, but because you're so close to him, he actually sort of overshoots you. So so we just need to kind of coax him over here. It's almost like the game knew. The game knew that this strategy existed, and kind of goes out of its way to kind of stop you from doing it. Because otherwise, it's quite challenging, because obviously he's destroying the platforms. That is a bottomless pit, even though he's floating. He cheats. Come on, come over here. Drop down next to me, buddy. There we go. And hopefully he'll... You want him to do that a couple of times. If he does it a couple of times, you can rack up the damage on him. As you can see, his health is already about a third of the way. Yeah, a third of the way down. Come on. There we go. Yeesh. Problem is, I can't... Now, the problem is, to make the jump where he is, it's probably going to be quite impossible. Usually when I do this, he's not so he's not so rude. He usually plays ball a little bit. You can see he's behaving. Oh, no, he was going to come down next to me. Ah, oh, what an absolute sod. No. Here we go. There we go, got him. And down he goes. Oh, the Emperor fight. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, just that explosion. Beautiful. Ah, Luke, help me take this mask off. But you'll die. Nothing can stop that now. Once, let me look at you with my own eyes. Whoosh! That's fantastic animation. Now go, son. Tell your sister you're right about me. And yes. Oh, now we get to do a really fun stage, which is a bit... yeah. I apologise. This stage is a blight on the eyes. At the time, really freaking cool. But also just awful to look at. So we're just gonna sort of fly our way through the Death Star here, and oof, the mode 7 is really an overdrive here. It's really cool. Like I played games like Star Fox growing up, so playing this stage, it was also just like, this is cool. This is 3D. This is revolutionary. This is what the games in the future are gonna look like. When I get to Rogue Leader, we'll definitely compare and contrast the Death Star 2 stages, won't we? This stage isn't so bad. It's a little. It can be a little intense because the ties, hitting the ties can be subject to the whims of fantasy, really. Like, why am I not hitting that one? I hit him now, but previously, why was I not hitting him? Oh dear. So yeah, it's quite surprisingly long stage, which is really frustrating. Right. I had a slight problem. The capture did freeze on me. I was really hoping it wasn't going to, but it did. Thankfully, I caught it. It didn't miss a huge amount. I'm glad I didn't have to, like, put the password because I was quite happy with... Oh, Jesus, this section. This is all kinds of rough. Yeah, okay. I was really hoping the capture wasn't going to freeze. We did quite well. I think I was recording for about, like, well over an hour. But it does spell certain problems for if I want to do any streaming. I want to do streaming. Yeah. Graciously, it's not too much of an issue. It just requires me to sort of reboot the card, which I can do in OBS. Right, now... So what you could do, if you really wanted to, you could actually press the select button, and you'll notice at the top it changed. It said real there, or you can have flat. Real does sort of change the controls a little bit. Rotation is done on using the left and right on the D-pad, whilst flat left and right on the D-pad kind of causes you to kind of shift the camera a little bit to the left or right. And L and R are your rotate buttons. Now, I would highly recommend you keep it on flat, because we are about to enter the final stage of this game. And yeah, the final stage does not play fair. So there should be no more ties. Zoom our way towards the end. We've got to hit the accelerators and escape quickly before the fire catches up with the Millennium Falcon. So yes, we are fleeing from an exploding Death Star. Pour myself a quick drink because... oh my word. So what we want to do, hold down the A button, hold down the accelerator, and we basically just need to do a series of rotations. Oh crud. Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. I was facing the wrong way. So you notice if I bash into things, the screen will go slightly reddish, I say reddish orange, and fire will be catching up to us and will be damaging us. Here's the problem. You can't get any health back. Your shield doesn't regenerate. So you've got to do this. You've got to do the entire escape on your 1 bar of shield and your 1 bar of health. Now, I did mess up that first bit really badly, only because I forgot which way I needed to be rotated. So I'd actually rotated completely in the wrong direction. And we do need to move a little bit left and a little bit right to avoid the walls that are kind of in our way. The transitional turnings that you need to do, really difficult. There is a weird timing to them that I haven't quite figured out, as you can see. Oh my word, I am nearly dead. We'll probably lose a life through this stage. Yeah, we did. It's a shame. Right. I think if I turn, is it? No, I'm pretty sure it's right. I'm pretty sure if I'm sort of like this. I should make a seamless transition to the next. No. Did it again. Very much the wrong way. For the most part, you are just tapping the right button with the occasional tapping of the left button. Oh. Damage, you start to panic, and then the moment panic sets in, then you're stuffed. Oh my word. So yes, let's just fly through here. I'm fine with just going over the normal 30-minute mark. This one's gonna be about a 45-minute video probably at this rate. I would look at the time, but I'm focusing too hard. Oh, crud. Rotate back. Oh, okay, it's gonna be well over 50 minutes at this point, because I'm probably gonna die again. Yep. Oh, crud. Right. This side to the left. I think we want to be at about this angle here. Yes, there we go. So, first hole, a little bit to the left. And then you're basically turning right for the first, like, 5, I think? It's going to be a while before we need to turn left. I've done this stage without actually losing my without completely draining my shield bar. Because achievements and whatnot. But yes, so let us try to not collide with things. Because it's amazing, even if you're flying flawlessly, a little collision and the fire's basically right on you. And the moment the fire's like, the moment the screen starts turning orange and the little flame specks start appearing, you're taking damage. You're taking like drain damage. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, crud. I think this one here, we've got 2 more zones, I think. Get to here, and there should be, this one should have walls in it as well. Yep, there's walls. Excellent. We should be good. God, I remember the first time I beat this stage, as you know, when I was in my mid-teens or late teens, whenever it was when I beat this. Oh, it was, I'd never gotten this far. Never gotten to this point. So this section with these walls really threw me, and I was, oh, heart rate was going high. I never got to this point, and you will notice this was the first area we saw on entering this place. If I turn it out, and there we go, we are out. Oh my god. Ah. Oh my word. It still gets to me, actually. Still hits me right in, like, my childhood to be able to beat this game. Even though I've done it several times this year, every time it just, there's something about the catharsis of it all. This was a game that I really struggled with. That last stage was where I struggled. I was able to get to that last stage consistently, could never beat it. Congratulations, Jedi! You have destroyed the new Death Star and defeated the Emperor. This day will be remembered for eternity as the day you saved the galaxy from evil. Now as it was Now, as it was before the Empire, peace will reign again, and until the new, until the whatever they're called. Remember, the Force will be with you always. Oh, and there's the old Anakin Skywalker ghost before they replaced him with Hayden Christensen. But yes, so Super Return of the Jedi. Oh my word, this is a game. That's all I can say about it. This is a game. Oh my word. Harrison Fong. He was involved in the previous one, if I remember correctly. I mean, the entire team is probably the exact same. This is the only annoying thing as well. Throughout the credits, we just have the Emperor laughing at us. You're dead by here. Clones of the Emperor, so he's not really dead, is he? Ugh. Does make you wonder, actually. Come to think about it. How do we know that the Emperor that was defeated on the second Death Star wasn't actually just a clone? Worry too much about it. Let's not think too much about how the sequel trilogy did weird things. I mean, the idea of there being a clone of the Emperor has existed in the wider the expanded universe for ages. So that wasn't a new idea. And in fact, the fact that the clones existed in the first place, I don't know why we end on the Emperor's face. Surely it would be better to end on like Yoda's face, but we did that for Empire Strikes Back, so you know. Anyway. Oh, sweet Jesus, that was that last stage though, and it's going to tell me to do it on Jedi. I've done it on Jedi. I don't need to do it. Actually, this is one that I wouldn't mind. I don't care about doing this one on Jedi again. Try again in Jedi mode, because the game is actually not terribly difficult. It's a challenging game, but it's not like terribly difficult. As I said, the Rancor fight is actually quite challenging, and so is the shield generator level, and I'd say those are probably your two stumbling blocks. I mean, the speeder bike level's challenging on I like this actually, because you'll notice he's not taking damage. Cheating on their demo. How dare they? Anyway, with that all said and done, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed this Star Wars month, because I know I have. I've had a lot of fun with this Star Wars month. And these are games that define me as a child. But yes, anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you can click on me right now, voice over there, and there'll be some other things you can watch. There are other Star Wars things I've done, 2 other years worth of Star Wars games. We've done prequel games, we've done classic Star Wars games, and some even more classic ones right now. And oh my word, I'm just glad that I'm glad I'll be able to present this journey to you guys through these games, because I love these games so much. Anyway, with that all said, I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and I look forward to seeing you when I next do. Our next thing is going to be, it's going to be interesting.